What's up? This is Quinn. We're moving. Yay! Today's our last day in the apartment. Tomorrow is the big moving day. And look what my husband found up in his closet. It's part of his stilt walker costume. I was like, oh my god, I gotta wear this! Anyhow, yay. So a couple of just updates and things with the moving process has been extremely traumatic, so thought I'd make a PTSD update. Also found I have a bunch of USB cords for millions of things. Anyhow, with the PTSD, I found, like, because I'm already heightened due to the move, things like screeching tires outside are even more traumatic for me than I would have thought. Now that we're doing the move, the big woo, yay. And so there are times where I'm grateful that I have a support network of people that I can call when I'm feeling traumatized or I'm triggered at the moment, and we can talk each other down. It's really cool. It's so important to have a community that is able to affirm what you're experiencing and also remind you that you don't have to still be in the trauma, that you're not still in that place of where hurt is happening, that you're safe where you are. So that's super cool. It's been so wonderful having so many loving, sweet people who have supported me through this recovery process. I'm so grateful. That's why when I get to the Central Valley, where we're moving to, I hope to look for, I've already made a spreadsheet of like all of the women's support groups that help around trauma issues and recovering from trauma. So sweet! Super excited about that. The other thing that was really cool this last week, was that set in my mind the importance of continuing doing justice work, even though I'm recovering. I listened to the mothers of men who were killed by police brutality, young men. From Tamir Rice's mom, Samaria Rice, he was 12 years old when he was killed, to Cesar Cruz, Miss Teresa Smith, her son, I think he was in his 20s when he was killed by police and left 5 children behind. It was a really important meeting. It brought by the impact of how you and I, when we see a news story about police brutality, we can just choose to scroll on by. We may feel, oh, that's sad, or, well, they should have done this, that, or the other. We can judge, but that's all that we get from the impact of police brutality. Whereas these families, it's not just the mothers, but it's the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, the uncles, the aunties, the neighbors who knew these people who have died. Their lives are impacted by the sudden loss of death due to the people who are here to serve and protect us. And it's just, it was such an impact to hear of like how the entire family units are having to go through therapy, and the traumas that have happened and the losses that have happened in those families. And it makes me think twice about how quick I can be to judge, to blame, to scroll on by or go, oh, that's not my energy. It's not my time or my energy. It really gave me pause. The other thing that really gave me pause during that whole meeting was when Samaria Rice was speaking, and her daughter, who was there in the audience, her mother was telling about having to choose between going with Tamir to the hospital after being shot, or to stay with her daughter, who was in police custody for arriving at the scene and being hysterical because you just shot her little brother. And she had to choose between going with the 12-year-old son or the 14-year-old daughter, and she chose to go with the son and had to leave her daughter behind. And her daughter is still dealing with that trauma. Her face just became a flood of tears, and she had to get up and leave. She was crying so badly. I could hear her sobbing in the bathroom while I was there in the audience. It was that traumatizing and triggering for her. So I'm making this video just as a reminder that PTSD is not just about being the person who is the immediate survivor or the immediate person impacted by the harm, but it affects the family members. This daughter is going to have to deal with her, deciding her worth and blaming and judging herself for being in the situation, blaming and judging her mom or whatever that may be. And so you and I, We just get to scroll, but we don't stop to think about what happens to the whole family. And those of us who are survivors of PTSD, we know that this is with us for the rest of our lives, and we have to learn how to cope with these situations and how to change our perspectives of these situations, but to recognize when we are triggered, when we're going through these experiences. So I wanted to speak on that with my last video here in our lovely apartment. Just the last thing that I really wanted to say is it's been a heartfelt week having to say goodbye to all the different circles of friends and support that I've had here in the OC. I'm really grateful for the many men and women, the geeks, the couples, the karaoke freaks who have been my joy and my light in the last 5 to 6 years of living here. I thank you all for all of the love and support, the fun, the silliness, your realness, your honesty. I'm very grateful to have known all of you. And I thank you for making this life magical, and I swear if I could pack you all into the U-Haul, I totally would. But, yeah, that might be bad. But instead, I can treasure the memories. I can treasure what you have done, the gifts and the love that you have shown while we were here. And to know that I can take that love, those gifts, those memories that you have shown to me, and be able to share them with new people in a new location. So you've planted a seed of love, and I want to thank you for being your genuine and authentic selves. It means so much to me. So before I start bawling, I'll go ahead and end this video, but thank you for being a part of my life. Peace. Till next time.